I am especially honored to present Willie Carrington with AESC's Lifetime Achievement Award. This is our most prestigious award, honoring a lifetime of commitment to our profession to individuals who are role models to so many others. This year, as we elevated our focus on diversity and inclusion, I've had the opportunity to speak to many Black consultants across the United States. So many of them made a point of calling out Willie as someone who has led the way for them in our profession. Willie's direct competitors were delighted to provide recommendations for him to receive this award. Here's some of what they had to say. Willie mentored countless executive search professionals focused on diversity. He opened doors and encouraged everyone to support the mission of diversity, equity, and inclusion by supporting each other. If you worked in diversity and weren't following Willie Carrington's best practices, you were probably doing it wrong. For DEI professionals in executive search, even if you work for another firm, Carrington & Carrington is the additional firm that you support and root for because you know Willie Carrington's impact and lasting legacy on diversity in executive search. He has been a trailblazer who not only created opportunities for diverse executives in corporate America, but Willie also paved the way for diverse executive search consultants like me. In short, I and many others stand on his shoulders. So you can see, Willie has had incredible recognition by his peers. Willie, thank you for your lifetime commitment to our profession. You have truly lived your company's tagline, strength through diversity and inclusion. And I am proud to present you with this Lifetime Achievement Award.
President Greenbaum, thank you for your complimentary words about my work and commitment to the industry of executive search. And further, a sincere thanks for your sensitive and thoughtful leadership of the Association of Executive Search and Leadership Consultants for the last 6 years. You've done a wonderful job. And let me also extend a thanks to some previous leaders of AESC who, for meeting with me and my partner and wife, Marion Carrington, some 20 plus years ago, and inviting us to become members. It has been an invaluable component of our growth and success in the playing a role in the placement of talented professionals in large and small companies. We've learned so much and have benefited greatly, and hopefully we have provided something in return to the other members of AESC. Lifetime Achievement Award. A Lifetime Achievement Award is a very special kind of recognition, which makes one reflect on what you could have done to deserve such an honor. I don't take it lightly, and I'm humbled by the thought that others saw something in me and our firm that we may have never considered. And I also recognize that I am the first Black recipient of the Lifetime Achievement Award, and it's 25 years. And it is my hope that there will soon come a time when we have gone far, far beyond being first in our profession to have been just another day in the life. But we did know some 40 years ago there was and still is a need for a firm like ours to more directly focus on the identification, placement of more Black and Hispanic and women professionals into the corporate arena. There has been commendable progress made, for sure. And we do see more women. We do see more Hispanics. We do see more Asians. And we do see more Black-owned executive search firms, as well as several of the major search firms have expanded their selection and their hiring of people of color. And they are playing a key role in making our profession more representative of diversity in our society. But we still have miles and miles and miles to go. But maybe my receiving this Lifetime Achievement Award is, in a small way, a recognition of all the others who have come before me and worked tirelessly to make themselves heard, but whose voices and cries could not rise above the crowd. Let me pause just a moment to introduce you to me and to tell you a little bit about my background and how I got here. My background is in no way reflective of what may be considered an ideal preparation for becoming a search consultant, let alone a recipient of a Lifetime Achievement Award. My story now begins back in the hills of West Virginia. I'm the sixth of 8 children born to a simple but amazing couple, my coal mining father, Levi, and my mother, Adeline Carrington. We were a coal mining family for a long time, for some 25 plus years. And when the coal industry began to die in the 60s, we were lucky to have relatives in Chicago to house us until we could start to make our way in such a big and scary city like Chicago. I had to work so many jobs, paying less than $2 an hour. One time I had 3 jobs and still trying to go to school, and also trying to be involved in such a social upheaval that was taking place in the 60s. There was this tremendous struggle for economic opportunities, for educational improvement, for better housing conditions. That period of social upheaval has affected everything I have done since then. But my route to executive search was quite circuitous. I had no idea of such a thing as executive search, but as my life began to move along, I got drafted into the military, was able to join the Navy, and spent 4 years, most of them sailing the Pacific Oceans. But in the last year, I was in country in Vietnam as a radar facility operator, monitoring the boats that were bringing arms to the coast. And after that, I returned to Chicago. I went to the University of Illinois and graduated in accounting, became very involved with the university and to all types of programs, getting more Black students into the business school, having more programs centered around introducing them to companies, book exchanges, tutoring programs I started, and eventually brought big 8 search firms to the campus to interview and hire Black accountants. Shortly afterwards, I was discovered by an organization called Inroads. As you can see, Executive Search found me. They discovered me and wanted me to come and run the program in Chicago. And still to this day, Inroads plays a critical role. They're probably in 50 or so 60s and internationally based, but they still continue to place college students into internships with corporations. My exposure doing this is when I got introduced to corporations saying to me, we need more experienced people. And that's how I discovered executive search. So I was running the business, doing the best I could, and eventually Marion, my wife and partner, and using her professional experience coming out of Allstate, joined the company, had a number of ideas about how we should market our company and introduce it to different corporations. And the big thing was to stop doing contingency work and go totally retained, which we did in 1995. But our fundamental idea at that time was we would be the impetus to change corporate America. We did not know, as we do now, that diversity is honestly a march of 1,000 years. And we know our children may see its full benefits. We do believe it will happen, but it is slow, and we must all be careful and thoughtful and diligent in the efforts to move it forward, and not be disappointed that it doesn't happen during our time period, but leave some full imprints that others can use to grow on and make it better. I believe that is our role. And quite possibly, this is the beginning of an age of change, where executive search will become a true leader in the whole diversity process. We will adopt a totally new attitude, and we will say to clients that they need to make sure that there is a diversity of race, that there's a diversity of age, that there's a diversity of gender, that there's a diversity of ethnicity, that there's a diversity of religion, and the backgrounds in all of their pools. And they should welcome it. And we could be the leader in making it happen. So what possibilities for the AESC? How we can become key players in the changes going on in our country. So again, thank you for this honor. Thank you for the Lifetime Achievement Award, and we'll see you at the top. Thank you.